Where are my lady ballers? We are live. Hi, ladies. Come on in, baby. Yeah. You want to say hi? Just come say hi real quick.
Hey, everybody. Happy New Year.
Okay. Really quickly, if you're not on live, hopefully you can catch the replay. I have my makeup on, and I can tell you, ladies, like wearing these lashes all day long, when you haven't done this in a while, I can't wait to rip them off. But I wanted to use this time. I just wrapped up my final coaching sessions for 2020. Woohoo! That is a wrap. So I wanted to pour into you ladies as well, say hello, send some love. I was on morning after this morning. Jenny Anchondo invited me on to talk about one of my favorite subjects, and that is intention setting, goal setting. And we actually had a beautiful conversation. If you go to her, hi Jana, if you go to her and her husband's podcast, it's called Second Shot Podcast. It's on Apple, iTunes. She and I, actually it was tomorrow on that date. Jenny, oh my goodness. Who would have thought that amazing conversation we had and then everything were to happen in 2020. So last New Year's Eve, actually, I was on Jenny's podcast and we had a great discussion about this. So she invited me on her show. That in of itself, ladies, can we just sit in that? Ron and Jenny launched a TV show that was birthed and grew out of their podcasts in a crazy year like this year. So let that keep you hopeful. Hey, Gloria, keep your faith, keep your hope. Yes, myself included, birthed So Thrive, my headscarves. Look at the blessings that came out of this year. And so I wanted to take this time and the use of my makeup, the whole setup, and then I'm tearing it all down, putting the ring lights away and taking a little break for just the final tail end of the holidays. But I could not do that without hopping on and saying hello and sending you all some love. And I'm trying, I actually pulled my laptop because for some reason, when you do these lives from the phone, I don't see. So if you have a great question to ask, hang on till the end. This isn't gonna be super long like the Sunday Get Lit workshop. But I do want to answer your questions so that you feel empowered and equipped to take some time over this holiday weekend to really get grounded, get centered, and get focused on the commitments that you are going to make. And yes, I'll start it right there. The dishwasher is supposed to be quiet. Can you hear that? Oh, well. Out of the gate, I highly encourage you to trash can the word resolution and really own the word commitment. And if you followed me for a while, or if you've coached with me privately, you know that I am about commitments. And then on my Instagram post this morning, I actually thought of, or actually yesterday I was thinking about and praying, getting divine downloads about this TV segment today. And we really just scratched the surface in the TV segment. So a contract or an agreement, when you go into partnership with someone, any kind of contract, I create contracts with my clients so that we both have an agreement together. We're going to show up. What am I providing? Is it a contract for a 3-month program? Is it a contract for a 6-week program? And that is why contracts are created, so that both parties are accountable. And if the contracts are broken, there are stipulations and all of that. So I loved the concept, and I'm going to explore it even more for myself in creating a contract of commitments to myself for 2021. And if you look at the template, I actually have it right here in front of me because they used it on the TV segment. And I was showing a few of my clients this, and I just left it up on my whiteboard, and I thought, I shared it with you ladies. So refer back to that, tweak it per your life. But, having those commitments in the area of spirituality, personal development, maybe a commitment would be to amp up your morning routine. Maybe you've slacked off. Maybe you've never even had a morning routine. Maybe you're still one of those women that fly out of the bed, grabbing your cell phone and barely eating breakfast, you're not setting yourself up for a successful day. So perhaps it's being intentional and saying, I am committing to 15 minutes every single morning for honoring myself and honoring God with meditation, prayer. Maybe you do have a beautiful prayer and devotional time, but you think, you know what, maybe I need to do some deep breathing and calm my parasympathetic nervous system, like Tiff's been talking about. So maybe it is adding that commitment to myself of adding 3 deep breaths and doing the 3x3 that I mentioned in the Get Lit workshop. Keeping it very, very simple, starting with 3 breaths, 3 things you're grateful for, and doing 3 powerful visualizations. Look, all this talking this morning, I can't even talk now. Visualizations, seeing yourself in the result and the outcome of the goals that you have. So health and fitness, wellness, and that is where I think a lot of people get tripped up and they go guns blazing. It's January 1st. I'm starting the diet. I am starting the workout program. I'm getting the gym membership, even though, I mean, so sad our gym just closed after 20 years. What's happening is just, but that's not what we're here for. So where can you make those commitments in your life? And it does start with a resolution. So even though we're trash canning the word and the negative tone of resolution, where you think, okay, I need to lose weight and I'm so sick of not fitting in my skinny jeans, and it's like this fear-based ego negative space. If you shift into, I'm going to commit and I'm going to set this intention that I am going to, and I mentioned this on the segment, I am the healthiest, most strong, powerful, vibrant, energetic version. My health is vibrant, my body, my physical body. So it feels different, doesn't it? It just feels different to say that. So going through those areas of your life, looking at places, you can set commitments, and like literally, I never make them, always forget what resolution I make, don't write it down. Okay, write them down. I am committing. And if you, again, look at that graph that I sent, and just choose 2 or 3 that really sit with yourself, get quiet, get out of your head, drop down into your heart. And that's what that soulful strategy is all about. It's about getting in your heart and getting quiet. That's why that Get Lit workshop was relevant for the time, because trauma has happened this year, body, mind, and spirit. Holistically, we have experienced mental and emotional trauma, physical with everything that's going on physically with the vaccine, with COVID, all the words I don't like, and financially, our relationships, not being able to see our loved ones. So holistically, we have been in this state of trauma. We have to address it holistically, body, mind, and spirit. So if you're in your head too much, you're living in fear, it's that ego, I need to do, I need to get, shifting over into, let's get out of our head and into our heart, expansion, heart space, and more about who can I be this year? Being more instead of doing more. But we do have to take action. We do have to implement the things that we've learned in our empowerment journey. We have to walk them out. That takes action. So I'm not just sitting here saying, I'm just gonna be. Well, there are moments when you just need to be. You need to be still. I'm a client and I just spoke about that. Getting out of the busyness and staying distracted and in that mode, and getting quiet, getting lit up. And that is why it's so important to do this in phases. And I know Jenny and I talked about that last year, is take this in phases. It's not just like, oh, here, I've got all my sticky notes from this morning. I need to do this and I need to do that. No, getting lit up and coming from that place of inspiration. And this is really good. I just thought of this myself yesterday, working on my own, letting it breathe, my goals, my commitments, is that Get Lit workshop was to get inspired again. Get inspired. Inspiration means in spirit, of the spirit. So motivation, when you think of, I'm going to go to a Tony Robbins seminar for 4 days and I'm going to leave and I'm going to change my life. And you're like, just fired up, rah, rah, woohoo, which we need that too. But in order to truly stay motivated all year long, it starts with inspiration. It starts with inspiration. You have to get in that state of what excites me again. What inspires me? And you all know the difference. Sometimes I'll be on the scroll and I'm just so inspired. It could be anything. It could be someone's outfit, the fashion, the way they styled, the art on their walls in their home, a meme, a beautiful quote. I'm a quote junkie. And it can inspire me. And then I can listen to Gary Vee or Mel Robbins or another motivational speaker and be like, yes, yeah. So it is, again, going back to the masculine and feminine energy that I spoke about on the Get Lit workshop. So that is basically it. Yes, inspiration is in spirit. So when you get lit up, and that's, again, it all ties in together, the soulful strategy and coming from a place of heart-driven goals. And I know I'm driving at home. I think y'all get the point. So feeling into those places, where in my life it's about being more. Can I be more gracious? That was another thing a client and I spoke about this morning, is she needed to give herself some grace. She gives everyone else, her family, friends, so much grace. And she is like self-abandoning, leaving herself, in the corner, where she's doing tremendous growth and tremendous work and exploration, that beautiful self-actualization, really figuring out who the hell we are. That is self-actualization. Is wonky. It's up and down. One day's good, one day's bad. One day it just doesn't feel right. And that's part of the journey. And so knowing to give yourself so much grace. And then some more grace. So goal setting, let's use the word commitment. And the last thing I'll leave with you is highly recommending selecting a word of the year. I should do a whole, I'm thinking of all the different, I'm just sitting and pausing because I feel like I'm getting so many divine downloads right now, especially since I went to Sedona and I'm so like in this beautiful juicy state. And so God is dropping things in my heart, and I just want to make sure it's the right thing, whether it's a group coaching program, whether it's one-off workshops to offer via Zoom. I don't want to just like grasp. I want to really be in alignment with what I need to do for 2021. So I think that's it. Is there anything else? I'm looking at my notes. Getting out of your head, getting inspired, yes. Contract. Are there any questions? I know there's only a few of you on here right now. You can always send me questions. Good, you can't hear the dishwasher. That's so funny. All right, ladies, I don't see any questions. Right now, I just want to say a quick prayer, if y'all will allow me. I feel it in my spirit too. So right now, wherever you are, or if you're watching on the replay, don't do this in the car. Just get quiet, wiggle out your hips, and maybe this will help you get out of your head into your heart. All distractions, go inward. All these external things, all this fear, everything that's going on politically, try to ingest and consume what you need to know, and then get quiet again with yourself and what your truth is. Always go back to your truth, especially as you're preparing to do your goal setting and look at the year ahead. Okay, and I know that looks and feels so vast. But I had a client this morning, I said, step into December 31st, 2021, and you look back at the year and the goals that you set for yourself and the things you wanted to accomplish and how you showed up for yourself and you lived your truth, you spoke your truth, you stood in your power. How good does that feel? Let's celebrate that. And we had this moment of breath and celebration, and it was magical. You could feel even though she's in a totally different city, we were on Zoom. It was just powerful. So I encourage you to do the same thing as you go through this goal setting, intentions, choosing your word for the year. Get excited and then look at your accomplishments and celebrate. Thank God in advance for 2021. And make sure as you're doing this, and I had my client do that as well. I said, what are your blessings? What is your number one blessing from 2020? And get in that state because of the external things, and we can just get so bogged down in fear and all of the financial, so many people, like I mentioned, the gym. So my husband and I, we run our own businesses, and I've had to do other things, try different things, and the pivot and the shifts and all the things. We're doing the same thing. He's still driving for Amazon a few days a week just to keep those days filled, bringing money in as his gigs are coming back. Hallelujah. So right now, all of that together, just get quiet, let your belly relax. So often we're holding in our core. Drop your shoulders and just be still. Feel the energy running through your body. Scan your body right now. Is there any parts of your body that you're holding tension? I hold it a lot here. I constantly have to relax my neck. I hold a lot of tension in my neck. Maybe you do sit like this. Maybe you're just always self-protecting your heart. This is when you see women like this all the time, it's a protective mechanism. So pull your shoulders back. Open your heart. It feels so good. Father God, we thank you so much for 2020. We thank you for what you have done in us and through us in one of the most challenging years. And we choose right here, right now, to sit in gratitude. We sit in gratitude for the beauty of the lessons, the silver linings, the blessings within the burden. We know that you've been in control, even though when things seem so chaotic and out of control, we know that you are there. We align with you. Women who are aligned with their higher power, their source, God, that is when we are at our most powerful. So we release right now any residual fear, confusion, anxiety that we're continuing to hold in our body from 2020. The anger. If you are angry right now, rightfully so, let it go before we go into tomorrow, December 31st. Let's not carry over and extend 2020. Why keep those same emotions that keep you stuck and physically ill, spiritually ill, emotionally ill, weak? Get strengthened right now by releasing the anger. It will not serve us in 2021. Anxiety does not serve us in 2021. So align with you for the destiny you have for us. Give us supernatural clarity so that we can see the steps we need to take. We see the whole year ahead. Please bless it, Father. Every single woman that hears this now, hears it on replay. Bless their year, cover their year, get them lit up, inject them with so much faith. Every cell in their body is so full of faith, love, joy, bliss. Despite what's going on in the world, the calling you have for each woman is alive and well. So we step into that knowledge, we step into that knowing, we claim it. The destiny brands we have to build, the businesses we have to launch, the women, the other women we are to empower and inspire. We thank you in advance for a beautiful 2020. Continue to cover this group. I am so grateful to be on this journey with each and every one of these women. They are my sisters. Cover them and crown them. They are all queens. We thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done. It is so. Amen. I love you, ladies. Mwah. Happy New Year. It's going to be exciting, and I will be coming back with more. Not exactly sure what container, but I am here for you. Don't hesitate. You can always reach out to me through my website. I am going to be doing the 90-minute sessions, the clarity sessions for January. I think I was doing them a few months ago. And then, yeah, we're going to rock and roll. We're going to rock this out. And your crown is on straight. Never relinquish your crown for anything or anyone. I love you.